show. Hi, how are you in the Philippine Tagalog language? I'm Jessica Jacosalamrola, your new host. I have an exciting new show called Locals in Las Vegas and Beyond. And it's a lifestyle show that I created with a lot of great people in Nevada. And I made a big change coming from Chicago, Illinois to live here. This is 20 minutes north of the Strip. Beautiful weather, big change again from the Midwest. And being here in the West Coast, it's just great because I want to really show people what life is beyond the Strip. It's not just casinos, it's not just gambling, just a safe family environment. We also will be covering on my show, hopefully, that you're going to see some really inspirational people, regular people, youthful senior citizens. There's 200 to 250,000 Pinoy Americans and mixed race cultures living in households that hopefully will tune in. Want to cover authors and artists, creative locals here that are just so talented as well. Also, non-for-profits, organizations that really help to improve the community. Thank you so much and enjoy my show. Kumusta ka? That means hello, how are you in the Philippine Tagalog language. It's Jessica Jacosalamrola here for Locals in Las Vegas. We are a lifestyle show. I am on episode 15. I'm very grateful to be here for PhilAmTV. I'm going to be honest with you, we picked a very quiet spot because there was so much going on here with the other tenants. We have classes here at PhilAm Central. We're here at Filipino Town at 3700 Maryland by appointment, but I found a quiet spot. And I'm a tenant too. I have an office here, and I'm one of the hosts. I also report Pulse News, and then if you see our logo, our camera guy will probably pan around. We are run also with PhilAmTV. We do Pulse News on a different day, but my lifestyle show is like my passion and baby. And I have very, very creative people that come in as selected guests and referrals, and we also are live streamed on a really exciting digital streaming app called FLMTV. That's 26.5. PhilAmTV has actually been around for a long time. I have about a year and about 3 years here in Vegas as a transplant from Chicago with over 20 years acting, modeling, brand ambassador, hosting experience. But I loved art history when I was younger. I also taught actors and models through other jobs like John Robert Powers. The list goes on, and I want to be humbled that I was also a pageant title holder for Miss Philippines of Chicago. But being here in Vegas, I feel everything is small but big. And I found a younger market that's great, youthful seniors, nonprofits that help others, especially this young lady who's fantastic. She has a great background. I found her through actually Instagram and the Philippine American younger artist community. So I'm going to let her introduce herself and just have a little chat with her. Let's welcome today on Locals in Las Vegas, episode 15, Regina De Castro. Hi, Regina. Kumusta? Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And I know it's warm in here. We actually had to, again, get creative with a quiet space because we don't want to bother other people working here in the building. Tell us more about, your Instagram handle is everything and Vegas, and excuse my phone, I'll turn that off. Tell us about that, and then your how you live by art, guided art by Regina. That's the name inspired by.
So I was born and raised here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Right.
And I grew up specifically here in this area. And I was also formerly in at-risk youth. And what helped me cope with everyday life was making art. And when I got older, I said that someday I would love to return that back into the community. Mm-hmm. And so now I am an art instructor for different organizations here in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And I decided to name my art business after my mom, which means her name is Gia, and in Spanish it means guide.
Yes.
So now I'm teaching guided art here to at-risk youth, young adults, and adults.
Great. And with, do you have Spanish descent too, or are you Filipino?
Filipino.
Okay. And we actually get so influenced by, again, like your mom, the Spanish, and I actually have other guests of all races. I just forgot to include in my intro that we are inclusive. So whatever nationality you are, it's great that you're learning about. We happen to be both Filipino American, and I believe Filipinos are creative. We're not just about karaoke, right? And even if you are, that's great, or singing and dance. But tell us about the art, because it's something that I have a close, again, connection with you. Yeah.
My art
What inspires you, yeah.
What inspires me is that art is a creative outlet for myself, but it can also be someone else's creative outlet. for them to let out how they feel on the inside.
Correct.
And so I teach my art guided workshops to reach others that could either not be in touch with their emotional side, or that they are but they have no way of doing so until they've attended my art workshop. So I've always tried to tailor all of my art workshops towards mental health.
Yeah, I agree with you about that, especially in this crazy world. We were just talking about it off camera about technology, how we're all like, we have to be connected. It's a modern world, I get it. And we all use it, if you're especially in the business world or digital media like me. But with art, do you feel like it's therapeutic? And you are twofold. You're a teacher too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm an art instructor, and I believe that we can use everything that we have in order to make anything. So which is why what I do is mixed media art focused. And like what I have here is a plastic storage container.
Nice.
That has stickers that says unpacking your emotions, and that has drawings of clothing pieces that when I open this, that this is a pair of socks that on the back it says joyful for teaching art, and then a pair of pants that on the back it says proud of how caring of a person that I am. And then I also drew a vest that on the back it says hopeful for better days, which it doesn't have to be unpacking specifically positive emotions. It can be both mixed of positive and negative. But for that class specifically, I just wanted to unfold or unpack positive emotions.
So when you did this, and then we're going to get into it with your students, right? How old are they that perhaps maybe their parents do talk to you about, like, do you have a lesson plan, or this is part of, or is this more creative, like you kind of go along with it, what the kids need as you teach?
So for this specific art workshop, I taught children that are the age of 17 to 24.
Okay, or teenagers, okay, gotcha.
And so just
for this one,
young adults, adolescents.
I figured, yeah.
And so I provided everyone with plastic storage suitcases and different clothing pieces that I hand drawn myself, where they then colored it the way that they wanted to, and then to share which emotion that they wanted to unpack with me, and they would come up to me after when they're done to share it with me more on a private level, more one-on-one.
Right, to talk more about how they feel if they want to be more private. Yes. I figured, and then how small or big are the classes?
15 max.
Okay, good. So that's actually, I think, great. I mean, and I'm not sure if you know what, like, AA is, or like other therapies. Some people really like the group therapy, especially this in kids. You feel like the age group is good because they could, relate to each other. And like you said, you're giving them an option to talk one-on-one too about certain projects, or what it means behind it, or what are some of the issues maybe some of the kids are dealing with, if I may ask.
Feeling abandoned.
Yeah.
And having resentment towards why they are where they're currently at.
Yeah, I see that. I think with at-risk youth, I think that's definitely, and maybe like it could be a divorce situation or single parents, you think, or do you think they are also affluent? I mean, are there all types of kids that go to your class?
So everyone that comes to my class has their own thing that they're going through that I may not know unless they are choosing to share with me during my art workshops.
Okay. It's just
but
the age, yeah.
There has been a lot of the same youth that would attend my art workshop every time that I would have them. So I will learn more about them as they keep continuing to attend my art workshops.
How long is it usually if you're seeing the same 15 kids or young people? Like a couple weeks, or?
I teach my art workshops every week.
Okay, good. Okay, good. No, I'm glad. And then I feel like they probably get really attached to you too. And they don't feel, and this is positive, right, to say they don't feel abandoned anymore after they have a connection sharing with you. I think that's so creative, because when you use mixed media like that, they can just, feel and really touch it. And it's such a happy way to actually heal, even if it's slowly. They may not show it to you right away, right? Do people ever say, I don't want to do this, or like get like a little rebellious? How do you deal with that type of student?
So when I would see that there is someone in my presence of the art workshop that I'm hosting, and that then maybe they don't understand what the art workshop is about. So I would show them what my art example looks like, what it means from my perspective, and that they don't necessarily have to write the same things that I do or color it in the same way that I do. It can be in their own way. And so that I also give them a disclosure that if they don't want to verbally share how they're feeling when they've done this art workshop, that they can just talk to me one-on-one, and they always do.
Right. I feel like that's probably the case. They're maybe too shy, probably in the beginning, and I get that. Not that they're angry or anything. They know what they're signing up for, probably, or maybe their family. And then, can I ask, would you? And how young do you go? If I didn't ask that already, you go to little like 5-year-olds or anyone in grade school already?
So for this specific art workshop, it was at a location not too far from here, which has 17-year-olds until they turn 24.
So you definitely target that age group. So happy to hear that you have this. And then just to get into it, like one story, if you can remember, that was a success story. Do you feel like maybe you impacted that one that maybe pulled you aside, that maybe thought, oh, I didn't think that person would gain anything from this, or maybe they were a challenge to you? Because I used to be a certified nanny over COVID. That was difficult, and I ended up having pretty difficult kids, not because of it's their fault. It's hard to teach kids how to read over like a computer or like a mask, and I got through it. It took me 6 months, and that was before the vaccine, and that was in Chicago. So here in Nevada, I feel with art, and she loved doing art. How do you feel about one maybe story you can remember, a student that maybe really impacted you later?
So one time when I came back on a Friday, I heard say that, oh, Regina's back, teach art workshop on a Friday. And so I've noticed that all of my other workshops, she has also attended and participated, and also shared with me the art that she made before she left.
So she wanted to show you.
So she would always be happy to see me, and so she would say, I love the way that you teach art. I love what you bring for us. I love the way that how you show your art example, the way that you talk about it, how you share a little bit about yourself and what you're showing us, and how you're always open to just not only sharing about yourself, but letting me share about myself.
Right, it's a way of like just revealing your whole personality, and I feel like that probably took her a while, and then she just finally did it and gave it a whirl. So where can we find you if we had a child or someone that wants to sign up with you, or just to get to know you like I did on a DM, and then say, hey, let's have a little talk here. Not necessarily to be on TV, but even just to get to know you, or by the DMs or email, over 18, or someone that wants to learn more about you.
So you could find me on Instagram. My handle is Guided Art by Regina, GUIDEDBY Art, ART by Regina, REGINA.
Well, it's been such a pleasure. We're almost running out of time here, and I just really would love to chat with you further. Can I come into one of your classes and just be a fly on the wall? Okay, that would be great. And then I'm so happy we met, and you happen to be Filipino American, and we reach everybody, but it's always nice because we are on PhilMTV. Would you ever mix languages or any other academics, or you just want to stick with art when you teach? You're just strictly art. Yes?
So I mainly just teach art.
Okay, good. No, that's good to know. So we love that she's disciplined and focused, and she attracts so many great people, and you're really making a difference to everybody's lives here. Thank you so much, and showing us this project. I never even would think of that as something that you do, and thank you so much, Regina. Salamat. Really.
Thank you, Jessica.
And have a great day, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. And we are going to have this on all our digital platforms. YouTube will be on FLMTV.com 26.5 live stream. We're already on episode 15, and any other digital platforms, Roku, anyone that you can find us on. Again, PhilMTV for locals in Las Vegas. Bye now.
I'm Scott Black. When I was first elected, North Las Vegas was a lot like my classic VW bus. It needed some attention. Now an awesome new NLV is taking shape, kind of like this. And we're headed into a future where we have the best of everything. Stronger public safety, improved neighborhoods, new amenities, and higher paying jobs for working families. I'm Scott Black, and I'm asking for your vote so together we can bring this momentum to every road in our city.
What does your child dream of becoming? In the I Want to Be book series, young readers follow children as they discover the power of learning, leadership, and helping others. The series of 22 books from Ivory Publishing is an inspiring collection that introduces children to careers, confidence, purpose, and possibility. Give a child more than a book. Available now on Amazon, in paperback, and on Kindle. Or visit www.ivorypublishing.llc.net.
Hi, hello, how are you? It's Jessica J. Rolla, Kamusta ka, meaning hi, how are you in the Philippine Tagalog language. I'm the host and producer of Locals in Las Vegas. We're on episode 15. I just finished with another interview of a young lady that was part of my Authors and Artists segment. And now we're on to a businesswoman that she's an expert in healthcare and is from Las Vegas. And she's of Peruvian American descent. And we also like to talk about groups that are really making a positive impact on the community. Obviously, the Peruvian Americans, and we're very close because with the Filipino Americans, it's similar. I grew up learning a little Spanish, and I had always wanted to go to Peru, the country. But this is someone that's in America here in Las Vegas. I believe, and I could be corrected if I'm wrong, there is, I believe, 6,000 to 8,000 Peruvian Americans, and there's a pretty strong community, a quality community that met my producer and son this was 2 years ago, and then I'm going to introduce you. And her name is Silvana Lolly, and I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here today. Yes, my name is Silvana Lolly. I'm originally from Peru, from Lima.
Yes.
I've been here in Las Vegas in the U.S. for about 17 years now.
Wow.
So I moved when I was a teenager, so I spent most of my life here now in Las Vegas. Very, very happy to have a community to support us here. We have a lot of engagement with the community here in the Peruvian community in Las Vegas. It's growing.
Yes, it is. A little too much.
Yes.
In a good way.
Yes, so very happy to be able to bring all of us together, not only the Peruvians, but the whole community, so we can support one another, because that's what it's all about.
I believe in that too. We're all inclusive. I know it seems like we have a lot more Filipino Americans, but we also want quality people to be all inclusive. And with my family personally, we've always been like United Nations, and coming from Chicago, I didn't know a lot of people, and and my neighbors are all different races too. We have someone that's Guatemalan and married to a spouse that's from Iraq. My husband's Polish American, but with the Peruvians, I have a special liking towards, because I love the food. I had Peruvian chicken on my trip for 4th of July. I think I showed you on my Facebook. Yeah. And just tell us more about, I was really interested because you shared this information. It's a pretty good, is it considered non-for-profit? ANI
Peru, Nevada.
Yes.
So we are forming our nonprofit, the first one ever here in Las Vegas.
Exciting.
Yes, so we're very, very happy to have the community join us. Especially this month, which is the independence of Peru.
Okay, yeah.
So this month, July 28th, is when we celebrate the Peruvian Independence Day.
Exciting.
And we actually do have a proclamation from Major Berkeley that celebrates us July 28th as Peru Day here in Las Vegas. So very proud. Yes, thank you.
Mayor Shelley has also been here at Phil-Am Central, and we have the Philippine Independence. We have something every week for the Filipino Americans, but being such a large community, it's also nice to know that you have also your own Independence Week. And tell us more about the group itself, like what similarities and differences. You were born in Peru, you said?
Yes.
And you were here. I know you've been here for a while, almost 20 years or 13 years. Is there differences growing up there as opposed to here with the Peruvians? You find a common commonality, or are there differences culturally?
Yeah, there's a couple differences, especially, you know, as Peruvians in our own country. I believe we're more close to each other. We feel more comfortable sharing, you know, things. You know, you can go to the store and you knew everyone there, right, in your neighborhood.
Right.
Here, I feel like sometimes you might not even know your neighbor. So
Yeah, it's a little different in Nevada, I feel. And even me, it's a nice, safe neighborhood where I'm at,
Yeah.
but I find that it's harder to make friends, I think, in the beginning, maybe because I moved here as an adult. Or
Yeah.
were you an adult too, or were you
Yes,
younger?
yes,
Maybe
yeah.
it's an adult thing. And maybe because I'm like more guarded, I'm not like a 6-year-old kid saying, I might just want to have a play date. You know, like how your guard is different than if you grew up as a child here. Does that make sense? Am I
Yes.
adult thinking different?
yeah.
As an adult, I think it's different.
Maybe that's what it is, but you know, here it's a little more. It's harder to make a connection with people, but whenever you see someone from your own town, your own country, then
There's
you
a
know,
bond,
There's
right?
that bond immediately. Yes.
I agree in that aspect. I have met people from here in Phil M Central. Had I not worked for Filipino American TV, I probably wouldn't have this. I'm probably going to go through what you're going through. But I find like you and I get along, obviously, in a professional level because of the business side. And tell us more about your job for healthcare.
Yes, so I'm a full-time, I am a health insurance agent, so I do help people with their Medicare choices, you know, explaining what options there are out there, you know, what things to avoid penalties, you know, things like that. Just helping the community in general. That's what I do full-time. Teaching the community. I do a lot of events, you know, community service, volunteer work, so I'm always
quite
out in the
busy.
community. Yeah.
Wow. And then did that prompt you to form the group?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so I saw that need for the community help in the Peruvian side.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, great. And then what are the main mission? What's the mission statement, or what is the goal there for maybe
Right.
the first year?
Yeah, so our vision is we want to be the go-to resource for the Peruvian, not only the Peruvian community, but the Hispanic Latino community here in Nevada.
Right.
Yes.
I feel like that is number one here next to, and I put you in that group together too tonight because with us it's Asian American AAPI where we
Yes.
combine similar. We're number 2 actually from what I was told, not 3. But with Filipino Town that helped a lot with the growing businesses here and then remodeling the space and a lot of new tenants coming in. We're not just transient as more. I think there's more of, I'm going to say a bit small but big, right? And I hear that a lot with the business mixers.
Yeah.
And the Latinos, there's quite a bit. There's also the chamber, right?
Yes.
Have
Yeah.
you been there?
Yeah, so we do have a Latino chamber, yes. Very good friend, the president, Mr. Peter Guzman,
Yes,
very good
this is
friend.
very well
yeah.
known. Mhm.
So yeah, he's a leader. He's someone I look up to completely, absolutely. We are also hoping that he can join us for our Independence Day celebration. So yes, very good friend.
Well, I just want to thank you for telling me that. And then where will this be at? It's invite only, I know. But
Yes, yeah.
is there a community center? Or do you have
Yes,
one?
yeah, it's going to be community center. We are going to be posting more information on our social media. We have Instagram and
Okay.
Facebook, so you can find us as INI Peru, Nevada,
Okay.
and you can find us on social media.
And if you wouldn't mind, Silvana, can you spell that out? So, and we're going to have actually a caption too.
Perfect. Yeah, it's AYNI. Peru is PERU, Nevada, like the state. Yes.
Great. And then I wanted to bring this
Yes.
up because we emailed each other. I think you know what I'm talking about. You had said to me, and I love this line, Hoy por ti, mañana por mí. I love
Yes.
that in many ways, not to be transactional, but it kind of is. What does that mean to you?
So Aini means in the Quechua, which is one of the languages of Peru, it means today for me, tomorrow for you, which translates to I will help you today, you can help me tomorrow. And it's not expecting you to help me because
I
I'm
know.
helping you.
We're looking at it in a positive way, yeah.
Yes, it's like a mutual support. That's what we're trying to build in this community.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's such a lost, almost not art, but I think it's something that has to be said. That's why I wanted you on the show. So I
Yes.
just want to thank you to say it. Do you say Spanish or do you say Peruvian? Are you more, I want to say be respectful to you when you explain the type of Spanish you speak is a little bit, it's different, right?
Yes.
Even with the alphabet or inflections, because
Yeah.
I've heard you speak, it's different.
Yes, a little bit different than your typical Spanish that you hear, but yeah, Peruvian Spanish. That's
You want
what
to
we
say it right.
That's what
like
we call
I
it.
said, I Peruvian chicken. I think it's going to get more popular, hopefully, with my help, and I want to make sure that I'm helping you and definitely
Thank you.
support. And I feel like when it's not expected, it's actually organic how we kind of met. Even though you
Yes.
referred to me, sometimes I get like a ton and tons of emails, a lot of people I just don't know. And I felt like there was a spark when we had lunch in a
Yes.
friendly way. And I just feel like food does bring people together.
Especially
Maybe we
when
should
it's
have Peruvian
Peruvian.
chicken on the show next time, right? Will you make some, or do you cook or not?
I do cook a little bit.
No pressure.
A little bit, but
I just want to make you laugh. And are there vegans that are from Peru, or do you feel like do you struggle with that? Like if you want to, just,
there are vegans. There's a lot of our
curious.
the good thing about our food, Peruvian food, it has so many options. Right? I had lunch today at one of our popular places. I was in Henderson, like I said, so I came and I visited one of the restaurants there, Papa Aldo's. They have a vegan. They have vegan
I wanna
options.
go next time.
Yes, we should go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, thank you so much. And any other words of advice you want to tell people that want to get to know your culture?
Yes, if you want to learn more about our organization, maybe support, get together, you can find us on Facebook at AYNI, AYNI, Peru, PERU, Nevada.
Great, and thank you so much for saying that again. And we are so happy to include everybody that also is, again, forming their community, big and small, and joining us here at PhilAm TV on Locals in Las Vegas. And we hope to live stream on flmtv.com/schedule, and it's also on the grid under TV Wonder category. We also have, of course, YouTube, Vimeo, and Roku, and all our digital channel platforms, and possibly Global Filipino Network too, and catching up. And thank you so much. Salamat po means thank you.
Thank you.
And have a great day, Silvana, and everyone watching. Support her, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.